What's up, what's going on, YouTube? I'm back here with another video as usual. As you know it, man. So check this out though, right? So I picked up this polar load yesterday from Pittston, Pennsylvania. And it's what we weighing at, 43,845 pounds. So we're gonna get ready to go get checked in. Pretty empty right now. I seem to be the only truck that just came in. Got a couple of trucks down there in the door and one truck over there, but for the most part it's pretty much empty. So I'm hoping I can get a door right away and get unloaded. Alright, man, so I just checked in and everything like that. I had to use the bathroom real bad, so been drinking way more water than I normally would drink, so I had to use the bathroom. And I just used the bathroom like what, an hour or so ago. But yeah, so I'm going in door 2, which is in the beginning of the property, at the beginning of the building. So yeah, we got an Ego truck, just came here. But still nonetheless, pretty empty. So let's get the back of these doors open. Yeah, man, so I lost my last pair of gloves, my all black ones. So my guy up in Claremont, where I be dropping off the recycling bills, he gave me these gloves. Now, yeah, they look dirty and everything, but you know, they're a pair of gloves. My lady washed them for me. So they're clean as they're gonna get. They smell like laundry and everything. But yeah, so I lost my black gloves. So my guy up there gave me these gloves. So that way I can have some gloves for the time being. But I'm gonna buy a new pair over the weekend. I'm gonna buy me a new pair of gloves. I swear, I probably go through gloves like every other month. I'll say like every other month, every 2 months I'm buying a new pair of gloves because something's happening with my old pair. It's crazy, man. I switch gloves like I switch socks. So this is what our load look like right here. Yeah, I know sometime too, a lot of you guys be mentioning my load not being secure. Some of these places, they don't require, you know, straps. Like this place right here, they don't require straps. Now, granted, I could very well put my ratchet straps here, but there's times the way the load is loaded, I'm not able to put my straps because if I put my straps, it's not necessarily securing the load because it's not like it's covering the front. It'll be protruding out too much. Then I have to maneuver my straps a certain way. So, yeah. So for the most part, I don't use straps here. They don't require it anyways, and I don't use straps when I do the jumbo paper rolls because they also don't require it. And also the way that they the way that they load the trailer, you know, it's kind of tricky for me to try to put the straps on, you know, because the way they load the trailer. But when I do have to use the straps, I do use the straps. So I'm in the door now, still on green. I'm early anyway, so I know it's not going to go red right away, but it's a Friday. Normally when I come here on Fridays, boom, like clockwork, they get right to it because everybody want to get out of here. So yeah, man, so so once I'm done getting unloaded here, my trajectory is to go to Whitney, get loaded up with some paper bales, bring it back to the yard, and then hook to another trailer, and then bring that out to Claremont, New Hampshire. It's a possibility that my stop could get switched up because, you know, there's another load or something. I don't know. My boss didn't let me know, but there is a possibility it could get switched up a little bit. So we'll see about that before I leave out of here if that's how it's gonna go. But that's what I'm supposed to do according to my paperwork today. So yeah, man. So I also want to talk about. Oh, there you go. Got a red. Oh, I'm moving. Yeah. So anyways, man. Yeah. I also want to talk about. You guys know I've been trying to look for a tanker company for the longest time. I've been applying to tanker companies and I haven't got a call back. Obviously, I'm knowing it's probably because I don't have any tanker experience whatsoever. A lot of tanker companies, they want you to have experience as at least a year or two in the tank. I don't have no experience in the tank. There were 2 companies. There were CDLB tankers, the smaller tankers. You know, like, you know, that you go fuel up houses and residential areas and stuff like that. But if I jump in the tank, I want to jump into a CDLA tank. So that way I could take that experience I have in that tank and move around into other tankers if I need to. So by me jumping into a CDLB tank, Yeah, it will be some kind of tanker experience, but it's not the same as jumping in a CDL A tank. You know, so I just want to find a company that's willing to take somebody on who doesn't have experience. And it's hard. In my area, it's hard. You know, there's 2 other states that are outside my area I could very well apply to, but the commute from my house there, way too far. You know, I'm not willing to drive no more than 45 minutes to an hour to get to my truck. And if it's longer than that, it's not worth it to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much time consuming. I'm a very strategic person, so I have to have my route and my day planned out. So if I gotta drive over an hour, that's too much time. That's too much. It's just time consuming for me. You know, for me to you know, work around a schedule and then make sure I have an hour. You know, I know I gotta have an hour ride, so which means I have to wake up even more earlier and leave out the house even more earlier. Not to mention, you know, what I got going on before getting ready for work. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't want to go no further than an hour ride out. It's just too far, man. So I try to stay within a reasonable, you know, distance, a reasonable radius of in which I'm able to commute and willing to commute for that matter. So yeah, man, but you know, I'm still looking. I realize, man, I might just have to, you know, open my options and not be strictly for tankers. Open my options and possibly try reefer. I'm definitely not doing flatbed. That goes without saying. Flatbed is never going to be on my list. I just don't have no desire to tarp down and, you know, drive a flatbed. I just don't want to do it. It's just not what I want to do. I done flatbed, but it was a smaller flatbed truck. This is before I even got my CDL. It was a CDL-B flatbed truck. It's a small, you know the small little flatbed trucks. You know, they carry like, you know, well, we was carrying granite for granite, like delivering at different granite cities and different other places that have granite, you know, that sell granite for countertops or whatever. So I done those, and the strapping, you know, the getting off the truck, the strapping down, the loosening of the straps, and then getting on top, and you know, they use like this hook, this crane thing that comes down, grabs the granite up, pull it up, and now, you know, I gotta strap it back down. And I done that throughout the whole winter, you know, a couple of winters ago before getting my CDL. Actually, while I was waiting for my test date, I was working doing that. So I didn't want to continue, you know, I was like, yeah. And I know with a flatbed, it's going to be a lot different because the truck's a lot bigger. And I didn't want to do flatbed. So I was like, yeah, this was just a little glimpse of what it's like to do a flatbed. And I know all the products are different on a flatbed. But one thing remains, it's you have to worry about the product that's being strapped down. You have to check every so often. And I just don't want to do flatbed, man. I just don't want to do it. So it's not an option. Definitely not an option. So I figure I could just try maybe reefer or the dry van. But what I'm saying is also I'm missing out on a lot of money, because as I'm looking at these, you know, positions that are open right now that I'm seeing, that I'm skipping by because I want to do tankers, I'm noticing the money. I'm like, man, that's good money right there. Damn, that's offering way more than what I'm getting now. Damn, that's $3 more than what I'm getting now. Damn, I'm closing my mind to this because I want to get into tankers. So it's coming to the point I might just have to, you know, weigh out my options as far as, you know, maybe another dry van or maybe even a reefer, and, you know, roll with the punches and just take a gamble on that until I could actually land a tanker, because waiting on that is just, it seems impossible at this time. I know eventually I'll find something. That's without a doubt. I know eventually I'm going to find a company that, you know, a tanker company that's willing to take someone on who doesn't have any tanker experience. But right now ain't the time, because there's none of them right now that are willing to do that. At least not in my area or in my radius. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna just like I said, I'm gonna weigh out my options, open my mind up to possibly applying to different places, because when it comes to this company right here, I'm pretty much ready to move on. I probably said this already a couple of times in previous videos, but I am ready to move forward. I'm ready to move on from this company. It's just the same thing every day. It feels too repetitive. It feels like I'm stuck. There is a ceiling here. Again, there's no 401k. Yeah, we're about to get our raises, being that it's the end of the year, but, you know, again, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table with other companies that I could possibly, you know, drive for. So at this point, I'm just weighing on my options right now and then deciding what's best for me and what move I should make. Again, I'm a very strategic person. I don't make moves without knowing about a plan. Unless I'm just gambling, you know, I'm willing to take a gamble, then that's different. But yeah, man, so that's the plans, man. That's the plan going into this new year. I don't do New Year's resolutions anymore because every day for me is a work in progress. I'm always trying to find a way to level up my life. I'm always trying to find a way to get better. I don't need a new year in order to do that. I do it every day I wake up. I try to find more ways to be a better me and come up in this world, you know, to be healthy and to, you know, be a better person, you know, and to just do better, make more, you know, and, you know, just try to make things shake, man. So that's just what it is. So yeah, I'm on red. We're going to get unloaded. We're going to sit around. We got a lot of trucks coming in now. So I got here at the right time. Yeah. And just like that, I'm on green. I promise you guys, I talked to you guys for what, like 7 minutes. Within like 5 minutes after that, the light went green. I told you, man, they want to get you out of here on Fridays. See that? Empty. That's what it looks like in there from my point of view. But yeah, man, this is what it is, man. I'm in and out of here. In and out of here. I like that. I like that. So easy. This is easy. Wrong door. I was too worried about showing you guys inside the warehouse. Yep, and I still got the broken trailer. This trailer been broken for I don't know how long now. But that's what it is, man, right? It's still operational. It still shuts, it still locks, so you got to keep it going. So, yeah, it's starting to drizzle a little bit, but as long as it don't pour down rain, I'm cool with it. It's kind of nice out. It's like 55 degrees right now. So, yeah, man, this is what it is. So, go grab this paperwork and get out of here. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to switch my loads up or if I'm going to continue on the route I had scheduled for the day or not. But I'll find out. So we're good to go. I had to turn around after pulling out the door, so that way I can, you know, do my little turn and, you know, facing the exit way, so that way when I get my paperwork, I can just zoom right out. And just like that, got my paperwork. It's getting a lot of traffic going on now, and the rain's coming down a little more. But like I said, man, if it don't pour, I'm good with that. As long as it don't pour down. So yeah, man. That's what it is. It's not crazy traffic, but there's a lot of trucks coming in and out now compared to when I first got here. So my doors are already shut, so I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Hey Joe, I just sent over the bill of lading.
All right, this was quick. Go over to Whitney, load that. That's next, right, on your bill?
Yeah. Yep.
Load that, come on back to the yard.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so what I was gonna do is still going as planned because, you know, it was real quick here. So I guess it might have been a timing issue. I don't know. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get loaded with some paper bales, and we're gonna go bring that back to the yard. And most likely we're gonna have another load, probably going out to New Hampshire. So yeah, man, let's keep it moving, man. Let's get it. Man, so I'm on the scale, getting weighed out. Normally that thing up there right there will show me how much I'm weighing, but it's tilted. I don't know if it's not working right now or what, but typically that thing right there, no, it's working. No, it's not working, but nonetheless I am on it. So let's go get checked in. Alright, so she told me to back in the door 2. Well, she didn't say that. She just said that there should be doors open. I said, yeah, I noticed door 2's open. So I'm gonna back into door 2. I did notice 2 other trucks back out there out front too, but there's open doors, so they're probably either too early or I don't know what the fuck they're doing. And I really don't care as long as I get in the door. One thing I don't like about these gloves, they're just so big. So when I go to trying to connect this hook right here to latch, the gloves get in the way a little bit. I'm definitely gonna buy a new pair, another pair. These will just be like some spare backups, because I know it'll be a matter of time. I know it'll be a matter of time before these ones get lost or fucked up. Man, so we'll wait out. Doors are open. Let's go back in on a scale. This rain is coming. It's getting a little windy. So I got in the door nice and quick and easy. There was 2 trucks waiting on the side, and I noticed that when I pulled off the scale to come back out to go get in the door, those 2 trucks were coming to the back. So they probably either didn't understand what you're supposed to do when you come here. I could just watch how they was moving, or you know, they might have been early. I don't know, but all I know is when I pulled off the scale, they was both coming back here, but they was here before me. So they probably just haven't been here before and don't understand the dynamic of this place and how it goes here. But either way, nonetheless, I'm in the door though, quick and easy. I'm on green, but I never been here too long since coming here. I've been here plenty of times, and every time I come here, I've probably been maybe like an hour and 15 or so minutes. I've never been here past an hour and a half waiting to get loaded, so that's what I'm expecting too. But you just never know anyway, right? But it's getting a little warm, but the rain is coming down, but it's definitely warm. So you know me, I gotta shed this coat, this jacket. It's a light jacket. It's not like the big heavy jacket, but I gotta shed this shit off because I'm getting a little hot. But yeah, so we're in the door. We're gonna get loaded up with some recycling bales, and we're gonna go bring those bales back to the yard. And we're gonna drop that trailer. We're gonna hook to another trailer, and we're gonna shoot up to New Hampshire. Most of the time when I come here to get loaded with the recycling bales, I get loaded here with the recycling bales, and then I go straight up to New Hampshire. So in my mind, there's probably another trailer with paper bales that have to get dropped off today. Because other than that, I don't see why I'm not just going straight to New Hampshire from there. So there's probably, well, there is most likely a load of bales that has to get dropped off today, instead of me dropping this load off today, because I never done it this way before ever. I never came here, picked up, brought it back to the yard, and then picked up another bale to go out to New Hampshire where this load, particularly this load, goes. So hey, it is what it is. That's just, you know, what I got going on today. It's raining, but I'm just hoping and praying it doesn't pour down. I hate. All right, there's 2 snow. Like when I say snow, I mean when it's slushy on the road and icy on the road. I hate driving in those conditions, and I hate driving when it's pouring down raining, because you could barely see a certain feet ahead of you. I hate when it's pouring down raining. I drive real slow. Me personally, when it's pouring down raining like that, or if it's like slushy or icy on the road, I drive real slow. I go real slow. I don't give a damn who's speeding past me. And I be seeing truck like what? So in my last video, if you didn't catch the last video, go back and watch it. But in my last video, when I was coming back from upstate New York, it was real slushy on the ground. And when I tell you, I was at maybe like 55 minimum. Sometimes I even brought it down to 45 if I'm going downhill, because it was so slushy. And I'm just so careful in this truck, because I don't want to cause any accidents, and I don't want to crash myself. So I go extra careful. When I tell you I try to be so safe while driving, I try to be so safe. So anyways, when I was driving on this slush, doing my 50, 55 miles per hour, there's trucks passing me 70. 65 is normal speed, but in those conditions, I was taught and I was told, so I practiced going way slower. These trucks speeding past me. I'm like, damn, they gotta be at least doing 70. You know what I'm saying? Look at these conditions. All it takes is for you to, slide on some black ice or, turn the wrong way and you're going sliding somewhere. I just can't bring myself to do it, man. I don't care how many years I get in the game. I don't care how long I've been driving. I don't care how comfortable I feel in a truck when I am driving. Nothing's going to possess me to drive way faster than, the weather permits me to. It's just not happening. When it's pouring down raining, I'm not speeding, and I'm not even doing the regular speed. I'm slowing down a little bit. I don't care. I'm just slowing down a little bit. I care too much about my life, and I care too much about, other people's lives to do that. I'm just not doing it. Anything can happen in a split second. And I see so many videos on social media of truck drivers just making the wrong decision in a split second. All it takes is a split second, to make the wrong decision. Doesn't matter how long you've been driving. It does not matter. You cannot outbeat the physics of nature. You can't do it, man. You just can't do it. Nature has its way of humbling you all the time. So that's why, I just try to make sure I do what I got to do on this road to be safe. But, nonetheless, I'm just hoping it doesn't pour down rain because I just hate driving in those conditions. I really do. But it hasn't seemed to do that yet. It's just, some drizzling, light drizzling. I don't know if it got a little heavy at one point, but it didn't, downpour. So we're just going to roll with the punches and see what the day brings. If it stays like this, moderate, fuck it. It is what it is. I don't mind it. So yeah, man, we're just gonna get loaded with these bills. We're gonna go back to the y'all do that dropping hook, and that's gonna be the day. Always something happens, so I'm just waiting to see what it is. What is that something that's gonna happen throughout the day? Because there's always something that does happen throughout the day. Every time, once in a while, I'll get those smooth days where everything just goes exactly how I wanted it to go, exactly as planned. And I'm watching this guy back up, and he looked like he's about to hit a trailer. So hopefully he doesn't. Alright, man, let's sit around and wait, and we're gonna get out of here. Alright, man, so I probably was in the door for maybe half an hour. This day been going pretty smooth so far. The rain is consistent, the motion is consistent, so it's looking like a good day so far, so good. I'm gonna say the rest of the day is gonna go just as smooth. Let's grab our paperwork. Alright, got my paperwork. I'm gonna put this on my jacket so it don't get soaked up. So yeah, man, so I'm gonna shut this and I'm gonna send the paperwork off, and then we're gonna head back to the yard. Hold up. You gotta get in there, get tucked in there. Yeah, man, this day is going so good. And I know the ride up there to New Hampshire is going to be a little... Hold up. I got to secure that paper, man. I don't want to soak it up. It's getting mad wrinkled, but I'd rather have a wrinkled paper than a soaked one. Yeah, but I know that ride to New Hampshire is going to be a little long because it's almost 3 hours to get there. So, all right, man. So we're loaded up with that. We're going to bring it to the yard, drop it, hook to another trailer, and head to New Hampshire. I was about to say upstate. This is 43,400 pounds even. So, oh, wait a minute. I'm about to say, where's the other one at? I need it. All right, man. So we got what we came for. Let's go drop this at the yard and keep it moving. All right, you guys. So I'm here in Claremont. When I stopped at the yard to do the drop-in hook, it was pouring down raining. I didn't want to get my camera gear wet and everything, so I said, you know what? I'm I'm just gonna drop and hook real quick and head out on my way. So that's what I did. So normally when I come here, I'll get on the scale and I'll get unloaded at the top pot. Well, there's 3 places here you could get unloaded. When the top get real full, you either go 2 other places. You go at the bottom of the inside the other warehouse, or you go all the way down the street at the other warehouse. Now, I've been to a lot of places where I hate back-in because it's challenging, or just the way it's set up. I can't stand it, but I could tolerate the back-in. But this one particular place where I hate backing here. I hate it with a passion, because not only is the way I have to back in real tight, I got bond doors, so I have to also watch out for my bond doors going into the back, going into the dock, because it's one of those docks I have to back all the way into the building and to get to the dock. So I have to be real precise with my back end, because if not, I'm knocking those doors right off the hinges of the trailer. So, and then on top of that, there's a river in front of me, so I have to be wary of that river too. So I hate this, man. I hate this. This is my worst back. This is the worst place to back, I swear. Since I've been driving a truck, this is the place I hate the most. Now down the street there's another warehouse. I don't like backing up over there either, because that's a little tricky too, because you have to stop cutting your back in at a certain point. And on top of that, there's more river, but it's not a high drop. Like, this is a high drop. If I was to go over, this is a high drop. Down there further, the drop is pretty low. So if I was to go over, the drop's real low, so it's not as scary, but it's still scary nonetheless. Because who wants to go over? Who wants to go too far ahead and fall into a river? You know what I'm saying? But this back end is just different though, because I have to go inside of the dock door of the warehouse as I'm backing. It's just tough, man. So there's a truck coming. I'm gonna have to move out the truck's way. He's gonna need to use this turnabout to do a U-turn. But man, when I tell you I hate this shit right now, I hate this shit right now. What the fuck? All right, so I don't necessarily have to move. He wasn't coming this way, which is good for me. And if he was coming this way, he's turning in over there, which is a good idea. But it shows no U-turn, so I wouldn't do that. But he don't give a fuck right now. But anyways, yeah, man. What the fuck? I hate this dock door, man. I hate it. I don't know. I'm gonna time myself and see how long it takes me to get in here. I came here earlier this week. I think it was either earlier this week or the end of last week. I think it was the end of last week I came here. Either way, and it took me a little minute to get in the door because the ground was slushy, so I was sliding. So I got my trailer positioned to go into the back of the door, but I'm kind of sliding on my triaxles because the ground is slushy, and it's slushy and it's icy. So every time I correct my trailer to back nice and straight, I slide a little bit because of the ice. So it's crazy, man. So the ground ain't slushy today. They had a big old mound that was in the way as well. That mound ain't there, so I should be all right getting in this door. Should be all right. I should be in good shape. I'm going to see how long it takes me to get in this door this time. I know last week it took me maybe 5 minutes to get 5-6 minutes to get into this door, when on average it take me 2 minutes. But I don't know, man. and then it's also tricky because you got cars coming from both sides of the street trying to get by, you know what I'm saying? And here I am backing into a dock door that's real tight. But nonetheless, man, yeah, so once that red truck pulls out, he's gonna pull out and I'm gonna pull in, get unloaded, and that'll be my day. That rain is coming down, man. It started pouring as I was backing in. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I forgot to time how long it took me to get in this door, because once that truck backed out, I just wanted to hurry up and get in these doors, and it just slipped my mind. But it did take me a little bit to get in this door, man. Almost I'm gonna say it took me almost 7-8 minutes just to get in this door. It's tight. It's so tight, but luckily, you know, one of the guys, my main guy Drew, he went on break, but one of the other guys, he helped guide me into the door. But it still took a little minute because this shit is tough, man. This shit is tough. If it wasn't pouring down, raining right now, I'll get out and I'll show you guys, you know, because it's been a little while since I showed you guys going into the back of this door, but it's pouring down raining. If it stops by time he's done unloading me, I'll show you guys, you know. I don't want to stand outside and get soaked, nor do I want to wet up my camera, you know, with this pouring down raining. If it was a little bit of drizzling, that's fine. But yeah, nonetheless, though, he's getting me unloaded. And then once he's done unloading me, that's it. That's it for the day. I'm back to the yard to drop off this goddamn trailer. And then my job is done. Hopefully. So I want to say maybe it took them about good 25 minutes, maybe. Under half an hour, it felt like. Could have been a half an hour, but it felt like 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm good. Let me make sure it's swept out. I'm not sure if it's swept out. I think it might be. Yeah, he swept it out for me, so I don't gotta do all that. The rain did stop a little bit. It's still drizzling, but it ain't like how it was. Yeah, you see that? It's filled all the way up. So there would have been nowhere to put this, nowhere to put my load. So I had no choice but to go to the bottom. Yeah. So this is it. So we got another day down. Some more money made. Safe and easy. Get that off of there. Still want to block in my lights. Check it out, you guys. If you like these videos and you want to continue to see more, I need you guys to get down in the comments. Get the conversation going, man. Like these videos, share these videos, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell so you know every time I drop a new video. And there's also, you can hype it up too to push me out there in the algorithm. Drive safe, everybody. I'll see y'all on the next one.